Well, since we're doing all these RPG games, maybe the next stream I could do Mechanicus, or if it's on sale,
You could
possibly
do Blood Rain
XCOM.
or Deus
Oh,
Ex.
that'd be cool. Yo, Deus Ex would be cool
I
shit.
got both the GOG and the Steam version, and I got enough mods.
I I have the Steam version, so yeah, I still know how almost anything works because I'm dumb.
So, background lore for this game. I guess I'll just let the demo play while I explain. Now, I said before that this game is actually the intermediate to a much larger story, which is actually the previous game that released, Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy. So in that game, there are two generations. You have the first generation, which is the main character's father, and then you have the second generation, which is the son, who carries on his will. This game is set in between when all the events of the first generation play out and the after effects of that. But in order to sum up the first generation, would it be better if I got pictures of the characters for you guys to see, or I could
Knowing Fire Emblem, I recommend we get some pictures up.
You know what? I could put them in text, and we could do it in post.
This is a live stream.
Yeah, that's
we'll
fine.
do in post. Just do a highlight or some crap.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. So, our story all begins in the land of continent Yggdrasil with our main character Sigurd. Now keep in mind, this is the story of the first generation of Fire Emblem Genealogy, where this is Fire Emblem Thracia. I'll get to it, but first I gotta explain what happens. So, in FE4, which is Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War, to sum up the story, first, you have a man who, at every turn, is unknowingly making the wrong choice. Sigurd, we have to go and save the princess. All right, let's go do that. Sigurd, you just conquered an entire country. Oh no, it's good. It's a good thing. We'll occupy the territory for you. Everything's gonna be fine. But could you stay in this castle? It's okay. Sigurd, there's this beautiful woman that lives in the forest. I'm oh wow, really? No, Sigurd, you can't date this beautiful woman, or else calamity will befall the world. It's that's a bunch of baloney. Sigurd, I'm your best friend. Eldigan, you cannot take over my country. I will kill you, Sigurd. It's nah, it'll be fine. And stuff like that just keeps happening until it all culminates into the final showdown at the capital Valhalla, which is the capital of Granville, which is the main continent Sigurd is from. The entire time, he's being manipulated by several forces. He's being manipulated by the Loptir cult, and he's being manipulated by the royals of Granville because they want to seize power. So, the Loptir cult is actually the greater villain in all this, because their whole goal is, remember I mentioned Sigurd's wife, who calamity will befall the world? post a picture. And that's Sigurd's wife. Basically, he finds her in the forest, and he's just like, "Yo, I love you." And then they have a son. I'm not even kidding, but it's. Well, after all that, and after a bunch of conquering and killing and crusading, because they're holy knights, Sigurd realizes, oh shit, Granville is out to fucking get me, bro. Let me grab my holy weapon and smite these motherfuckers. And he gets all the way to the capital. He could have conquered the entire country, if not for one thing. He could have done it.
Hello! Did I make it in time?
Yeah, we just started.
Yes.
We started
Yeah.
like, what, 10 minutes ago?
If not for one red-haired
It's just lore dumping.
Sorry, I just got done buying my Switch.
Nice.
It's a Switch oiled.
Nice.
I don't know how the
What's
hell I got
this-
my hands on it.
Sorry, I'm just trying to quickly summarize the first generation of genealogy. I am skipping over so much stuff, but I know you guys want to see games.
It's
So-
up to the others to see if they want it. I don't know, man. I don't know about Fire Emblem. Seems neat, though.
I'm skipping over a lot of lore, a lot of background information, which is really cool. But for the sake of time, basically, he was gonna conquer the entire. He was gonna conquer the entire country and actually fix all the corruption in it because all the royals were fucking up and the Loptir cult was fucking everything up. And basically, if not for one red-haired individual named Arvis, Sigurd would have won. Unfortunately, Arvis was just like, fuck you, Sigurd. I'm gonna fucking kill you. And so he does. And he marries his wife.
Oh,
Yeah, that's actually a huge plot point in the game.
Seriously, is he just stupid? Just constantly knowing I shouldn't do this, but
No, it's not. It's not a matter of stupidity. It's a matter of I had no choice in this matter.
Wow.
I literally had no choice but to do this. I had no choice but to conquer this country. They attacked us first. I had no choice but to take over Augustria. They attacked me first. I had no choice but to take over Granville. They tried to fucking assassinate my entire royal line. A bunch of shit just happened and he was caught in the middle of it. But it was all for a greater purpose. So you see, I keep mentioning the Loptir cult. And their whole goal is to resurrect a being called Loptus, which is a giant ancient dragon. And to do this, they needed to do two things. They needed to find the male scion and the female scion of the ancestor Loptir. And guess who they were? Anyone have a guess?
No.
Arvis and Deirdre.
you make it sound like I should know that person.
I posted pictures in the chat. The red-haired guy and the purple girl. Basically, Sigurd's wife and the guy who killed Sigurd.
Oh.
So Sigurd
Yeah.
has to put up with these people just because, if they die, the dragon could be released.
No. It's not if they die, the dragon could be released. It's if they fuck.
What you're saying is we have to cuck the world.
No, I'm saying they're siblings, and the whole point of the Locktier cult is like, yo, if we get them to fuck, then their son is gonna have like full-blooded Locktier shit. And if we give them this Locktier book, we win.
So we have to avoid incest.
That is literally the first generation of the game. Like, the whole point was just like,
fucking-
can we get these two characters
the
to
hardest
fuck?
obstacle for any Japanese person.
not to commit incest.
That
What
was
kind
the
of-
goal the entire time. And they succeed. That's the worst part. The Locktier cult fucking wins.
What?
Step bro.
No, No. That's the thing. Deirdre is completely unaware because the Locktier cult wiped her memory. Like,
Oh, no.
the Locktier cult, like, wiped her memory in the middle of Sigurd's crusade, kidnapped her. Sigurd was like, where the fuck's my wife? But I still gotta keep going with this crusade. Strikes all the way to the heart of fucking Granvale, only to find out Arvis already married his wife, and she doesn't remember him.
Oh no.
It's fucked, bro. It's actually tragic.
But you know what's
So you
more
get-
tragic? The sponsor of today's stream, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow
Oh,
Legends.
Line up
yeah.
directly
the
into the mic.
game. You can find it at any app store, the Google or iPhone. Make sure to get Raid Shadow Legends today and use Lone Wanderer's link to get free gold and shit.
Join
Hell
our
yeah.
clan, the Deep Cat Pet Clan.
So, now you're probably wondering, where does this game take place? After all that happened? Well, so I told you this was a global conflict. It's not just Granvale and like a few other countries. If you look at the map I sent, there's a country in the southeastern part. That country is the entirety of the Thracian Peninsula. And basically, Sigurd's best friend, Quan, is basically the lord of
Wait.
the North.
As in Quan from the Haley TV show? Quan?
No, not that. No,
Oh,
no, this Quan is actually fucking cool as shit. This is
Oh, is she? Or is it he?
T.
T.
He's cool because he married Sigurd's sister.
Base
It's like-
and red-pilled.
It's like, sorry I'm late, I was doing stuff. It's like, Sigurd's sister, I'm stuff. Oh my god, Ethlin, no. It's like, haha, Quanathan, you are banging my sister.
We still bros. I know you banged my sister, but we're still bros.
Bro, unironically, it's like, we're bro...
Before hoes, my man. Bros before hoes.
It's okay, we'll be wiener buddies together.
Unironically, like, there's a similar quote in the game that says that. It's like, bro, I married your sister, we're like brothers now.
Neat.
No. So, but all of these nobles I'm mentioning have something in them called Holy Blood. And Holy Blood is like ancient dragon blood that's been passed down through different decades. So, different centuries. And if you have major Holy Blood, you are able to wield the specific holy weapon associated with that blood. Because
Would that also count for magic or some other crap like that?
no, this is like, these are game breaking things. Like only
Ooh.
certain characters can do these. So
Like in Dragon Quest, how only the hero can have the weapons and the hero armor. Forget
Yeah.
the names of those.
in this game, it's like only certain characters can wield certain holy weapons, and holy weapons are busted as shit. So
Yeah,
why am I telling you all this? Why did I mention Quan? Well, for starters, like, as Sigurd was, like, conquering the entirety of Grandvale, or almost did, Quan was gonna help him, but then he died because he got ambushed by a bunch of Thracian vultures.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's rough.
because, they were like, oh man, if we kill Quan, then we can seize the northern land. Which, yeah, they did, and it was a pretty good ambush.
Well,
Now-
I can't say, but based and red pilled and sun
Yeah, it's a
pilled.
whole bunch of fucking, like, territorial politics. And it's actually really interesting. But, basically, to summarize, we're playing as Quan's son. Because now he got, like, fucking ousted from his entire family line and empire. Because they all fucking died. Everyone in
Because
his
there's
family is dead. And his
Because
country
there's
was
no
taken
other family
over.
to support.
His country was taken over by a bunch of Southerners, who were then taken over by the Grandvale Empire, led by Argus. Of like, what the hell do I do now? And now in this game, we get to see what happens.
Sounds like a lot of complicated geopolitics of
It is a lot of complicated geopolitics, but all you really need to know is a bunch of betrayals, and now a lot of people are dead, and really bad
So basically
people
a bad
are in
game of
control of a lot of
regicide.
territory.
Basically just a huge bad
Christ,
game of
Thomas.
regicide.
Pretty much. But now we're
And
here.
I barely know how to play regicide. Because I don't know what the fuck's going on.
But now we're here. Thracia 776. Actually, I wonder. Can I...
So anyway, what about the newer Fire Emblem games? Are they even connected
no.
to the...
But now I can show you the opening. And no, the newer Fire Emblem games aren't connected. As ages passed and the 12 Crusaders began to talk of legends, the Great Rebellion arose and spread throughout the...
I'm gonna take a guess here and say massive retcons took place.
Not retcons. While on the march through the Yi Desert, Quan and Nephilim are suddenly attacked by the Thracian army and die far from their homeland, which is the event I was talking about.
This is sometimes why I hate Japanese games, because there's so much clusterfuck.
But grieving the loss of his kin, King Calf of Leonster fought valiantly,
Ah, fucking
He
child.
too
Get the
meets a
fuck
bitter
out of
end.
my mouth.
betrayed by his allies, Conan army. The entire army of Thracia seizes upon this chance and assaults Castle Leonster. As Leonster's army fights in the face of a merciless onslaught, one young knight, Finn, escapes with Prince Leif, Calf's infant grandson. As Leif gazes upon the castle, cradled in Finn's arms, he even begins to understand the terrible sight that meets his eyes. Ends watching his kingdom burn, and he's just a child.
Son,
He's gonna
time
know
for
a
you
lot.
to grow up.
13 years later,
Boy, I know you're like one, but you gotta see your own bloody kingdom go up in flames. I'm sorry, but it's just part of life. It's just what
This is
happens
what
to
we
this
call cramming in King School. I'm here for the terrible jokes all day, people.
My life is a terrible joke.
Indeed, it is.
The tragedy.
and now that I've explained all of that lore, we can start the game.
Awesome. All right. While Maconstra is entertaining the plebeians with his gameplay, we gotta talk about something, to boost that parasocial relationship and get lonesome subscribers. So
Possibly.
This video is sponsored by Gamer Supplement. Are you tired of your average, ordinary, every energy drinks killing you throughout the day, and you have to drink more and more until your crippling depression of teeth is gone along with me. Well, we have a drink for you. Try our new flavor, Gamer Supplement, Tomboy Sweat.
Oh, you should have done Tomboy Milk.
Tomboy.
I think that would sell better.
Tomboy breast milk. You need,
No,
you need
Tomboy
to
milk.
specify what's what?
I would assume milk would automatically suppose it's breast milk, but
You don't know how many milks are out there, boy. You don't need to know. Not a lot of people know, but I know. I know this cursed knowledge upon myself.
okay. Well, anyway, have any of you guys heard about Elongate?
No,
They're
I,
saying that.
What they're
Okay,
about with
I know some of what's going on with Elongate, but they're like, oh, Tesla's not really green energy and all that, and he basically is like,
Okay, so
Only now they figured that shit out.
this flight attendant who came out saying that I believe in either 2016 or 2017, Elon Musk forced her to give her a sensual massage. Well, just a couple of hours before she said that, Elon Musk said this: "The attacks against me should be viewed through a political lens. This is their standard despicable playbook, but nothing will deter me from fighting for a good future and your right to free speech."
so
And,
basically he called it out, and they're like, oh,
and like 5 hours later, this happened, and he's like, "Oh, Elongate has started," and he's basically saying, yeah, this is all bullshit." And
Those-
as far as I know, it's up in the air over you know, who's actually saying the truth. But all I'm saying is that this is quite convenient. Why she, like, Elon Musk has only gotten more rich and far more powerful since 2016. So why is she only coming out now if she's so afraid of the political backlash?
why is she? It's like that fucking situation with Brett Kavanaugh.
I'm not really familiar with that situation either.
The Brett Kavanaugh situation. Apparently during a college party, he drunkenly raped a girl, or he
They're
raped
like,
a
it wasn't.
Allegedly.
40 years and then they tried to get him on the Supreme Court. Then these women came out with like, oh yeah, he totally raped me. Yeah.
Yeah, except the problem, the Ghislaine Maxwell, I believe she was the big one. The problem is that people came out and said two things. A, she's a liar. I don't know what you call that, but she's a compulsive liar. And
Yeah.
B, Brett Kavanaugh wasn't at that party. He was half across the state somewhere else. Yeah. So, there's
So
that.
honestly, this thing should have been put in a laptop.
Not even some like, you know, Republican or conservative. Actually, I believe I'm the most liberal person here, but you know, it just boils my blood when people don't tell the truth. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not for Brett
You gotta
Kavanaugh
think
or
people
anything.
just do the. You gotta think these sort of people just the guys don't have no morals. As long as they get to win and push their own set of, you know, quote unquote loose morals, it's good for them. No matter who they're gonna push on the bus, no matter how many people they're gonna kill, they're gonna do it. That's the point. They're ruthless. They don't give a fuck as long as it doesn't affect them. People don't even care about it. They'll take a smoke and just say, "Yep, I'm winning," and not feel anything. While the second it goes to hurt their own account, that's when they're gonna start pedaling to the opposite direction at maximum speed. That's when they react.
It's,
You know, there are these sort of
I'm sorry, you go.
No, you go ahead first.
It's whenever like somebody like big name get into power and all this, how come they're starting like rape accusations come out of fucking nowhere? Like, I mean, with Donald
Hey,
Trump,
rape accusations
Elon,
the fucking protesters. How do they materialize so quickly? Where do they come from?
Where do they
The
go?
most recent one, the Supreme Court one, the abortion thing. Regardless of what you think about abortion, where do all these people come from? It's the middle of, like, you know, work week, and it's college finals week, at least where I was. So, who has the fucking time to just go to DC and protest?
yeah,
FBI
No one.
figurines.
It's just way too fucking convenient. Like, oh, these people just came up out of nowhere. Look at all these people trying to. It's so. I'm sorry. It's just fucking stupid.
I don't even know if I
World's
should.
fucking
I don't even know if I
stupid.
should
This whole
trust
world is-
reality anymore. I don't even know if I should trust reality anymore because I feel it's. I feel like if something happens, I'm just gonna jump on and saying, yeah, it's a fed up. Like everything is becoming a fed up. Everything. I don't even know what's genuine or what's not.
All this time we laughed at Alex Jones, and in the end, he's right.
God damn it! Where's my fucking
Bad.
change? I gotta put more money in the Alex Jones was right. All right, here we go. Listen to this. Where is it? Here's my jar. Ready? There we go. Alex Jones was right, jar. Gotta
If
put
it's
that
right about
bitch.
everything, goddamn, better go get me some garlic and silver bullets.
Yeah, the psychic vampires thing, I never really understood that. Could someone explain that to me?
You ever heard?
Now
Psychic
we can
vampire,
start the
dude.
game.
Psychic vampires.
Hooray.
Knowing Alex Jones, he's probably watering down an incredible, very simple term, like turning the frogs gay. It turned out it wasn't turning the frogs gay; it was just turning them to hermaphrodites and completely killing their sexual drive. But you know, that's not as catchy as turning the fucking frogs gay. They're coming for our liberties, people. 7076 will come once again.
Alexa played "They're Turning the Frogs Gay" by Alex Jones.
Unironically, turn chemicals and dump it in the water.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What else is going on? I'm just, you know, lurking headlines. Oh. Pope Francis refuses to condemn Putin.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a.
Also, because if we condemned it, I'm saying this because of an Italian point. If we do that, they're gonna close some gas, and we still haven't, gotten all the other quote unquote alternative ways to get other gas and petrol from other places like Algeria or other, North African countries.
Apparently, ISIS is putting itself out on the international market for oil and gas.
You know,
Al Qaeda. Sorry about that.
I mean, Germany is also doing worse. Those guys are just really not trying to be in this situation between not wanting to aid neither Putin nor Ukraine because they don't want to upset. They don't want to mostly upset. They don't want to upset Russia because guess what was their smart idea that happened like 2 years ago? What was their brilliant idea? To make the environment much more greener.
let's be real. The world is fucked.
Oh wow.
It is.
Elevation right there.
It is. And it's not. And we haven't done dick about it. And guess whose fault it? And guess whose fault it is?
Biden's.
Let me guess. We can blame the Nazis. They're the ones who helped create the UN, technically speaking.
I mean, the party heads were Nazis. So I unironically called it how probably the European Union was also the Fourth Reich. Unironically, the fucking Germans are back at.
It's true. You always there's gonna be a major war. The Germans involved, it gets destroyed. Yet every time there's a new world power, somehow Germany is at the top.
We should have exterminated the Germans back in the Roman days. No matter what, exterminate until the last.
Did that, and you guys assassinated him. All
Hey,
right.
you know, it's not my fault. You know.
Don't blame fucking me if some guys in Antoga decided to go stab Caesar in the Pantheon. Don't look at me for that yet. Pretty sure I don't have any ancestors linking to those cocksuckers. Probably not Brutus too. Probably. Fuck if I know.
Guys, Playing Fable 2, gonna commit necrophilia. You know how it is.
Go for it. Don't give. Wait, you can actually do that? Explain.
Lady Grey.
Listen, Fable 2, you could do a lot of stupid shit. Yeah. Actually, speaking of Fable, some news in video games. First off, EA seems to be not doing so well financially, and they're looking to sell or merge.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
And
surprising.
they're going to sell.
Terrible business practices don't net you a lot of money.
I mean, so far, good trailer that I liked.
Yeah.
Honestly, if we're thinking like all those other companies that have been absorbed by EA are gonna rise from the grave and detach themselves from EA, you're
what'd be
dreaming.
really
Man.
great?
You're dead.
You know what'd be really
Very.
great if Sony bought BioWare.
No.
No.
Not with Sony's
What?
reputation
No.
of censorship.
No. Hell no.
Yeah, nah. BioWare just needs to die. Things need
No,
to
no,
die.
no,
and
no,
new things
no.
can
I
born.
don't
It's time to
blame
spotlight.
I don't
But-
blame Sony's censorship. I blame the American Sony version of censorship because that's fucking ridiculous.
You need to remind you that the new headquarters of Sony is in fucking California.
Yeah,
That's
and
all
they're
I need to say.
thinking about putting it back into Japan.
And they're gonna do it because
Good.
they're always been cunts, especially with their
They should.
discography.
We should. I want my big anime
Right?
titty waifu games
No.
back, but no.
Listen, if it's an M-rated
They
game,
ruined fucking
like-
Michael Jackson. Blame those motherfuckers.
Fucked up.
I'm saying that ironically. They fucked over MJ so hard they made him kill himself.
who?
MJ?
Michael
Who's
Jackson.
MJ?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Michael
Top
Jackson.
legend.
I was like, are you talking about Mary Jane from Spider-Man?
Right. Same
Yeah, I
here.
was like,
It's not always about the comic Spider-Man.
It's not about the booby Spider-Man. It's about the Mets. The Mets. Come on.
Let's go.
Mets doing actually.
That's
Yeah, they're doing fine.
Yeah.
6 wins and 14 losses, and they are tomorrow is they're going against the Rockies.
Like I said, they're doing fine.
Okay, in other news of video games, David Hayter.
oh no.
Fuck happened to him.
Pains me to
It's, you know,
talk
how much
about.
you coped. Just know Minconster literally had a meltdown.
What happened?
Bro,
Alright,
it wasn't a meltdown. It was me shaking my head in disappointment.
listen, okay, man, it's funnier when I say it's meltdown, okay? Okay, go with the flow. Go with the flow. Alright, so
What's gonna happen?
first up, so Elon Musk said this: I would like to reverse Donald Trump's Twitter ban.
Okay.
Controversial statement. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
David Hayter.
It's not.
Well, I'm saying in general, it's a controversial statement.
Sure.
But David Hayter, being so in touch with the masses, says, and I quote, "Nothing could get me to give up my Tesla except this. Never forget January 6th. I'm sorry. January 6th.
The most awful,
And,
most terrible, most tragic event in human history.
Yeah.
It's more tragic than 9/11, guys. Just remember that. That's an
It's like
official
9/11 times 1,356. My
Yeah, that's
God.
really
It was,
bad.
I don't even know what that is.
It was worse when they
Nobody
hit the,
does.
this event is gonna be worse when they hit the Pentagon. It's gonna be worse when they did that shit. Remember January 6th.
Oh, what's that red panda meme? They
They hit the Pentagon. They hit the Pentagon.
That wasn't a fucking red. That was a
Why
fucking turning
just
red meme.
panda
It's
talk about
fucking
9/11,
seven
guys?
levels.
Okay.
Fucking intern.
For those of you who are wondering where that beam is from, it's from a guy who also made How Super High School, a shitty 2006 made-for-TV movie by Disney, promoted eugenics. So him having absolutely shit takes when it comes to animation, it's not new.
I thought it was
Yeah.
Enter that started
What are you
it.
on about?
But yeah, but anyway, back to David
I thought
Hayter.
it was Enter that started it. Whatever.
Yeah. As for David Hayter, everyone shit on him because they're like, bro, not all of us can afford a Tesla. What the fuck? This is the most the rich kid like tantrum ever.
This is the most
Elon delivers Trump's ban. I'm gonna get rid of my Tesla.
What the fuck up and let me enjoy my pension, you cocksucker.
Don't want to use that.
Oh my god, I sounded like that one slug lady from fucking Monsters Inc. You know, I'm always watching Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski. Good movie.
The Big Lebowski. I'm always watching it.
Wazowski, whatever.
That's like,
Anyway,
I'm a
and
nerd.
people of course went to like the Salt Snake, like Kojima was fucking right about you, mate. You don't deserve to voice Salt Snake. Like, you know,
But that's the thing. Like, he's really good. Why is he saying this? Why is he
Listen,
doing
why
it?
do all the good
It's 'cause
voice
he's a
actors have
fucking
to
voice
be the
actor.
guy again saying,
yeah, and
There
unironically,
are
it's
cool
because he's
voice
like,
actors. You don't have to be like this.
it's because they're all friends. The voice acting business is literally built on nepotism.
Yeah.
my fucking
If you're
God.
wondering why Bryce Papenbrook like voices every single male protagonist anime guy, it's because his father's friends are literally ahead of the anime dubbing business, and his friends' friends are also connected to them. So they all
And
get
how-
jobs no matter what.
And
Don't mind me,
Kendrick
guys. I'm
Lamar-
just sticking
how
waifu
Kendrick
stickers on my.
Lamar just voices every black guy ever. Just gotta put that one out. Kendrick Lamar, every nigga in the hood, just saying that shit.
Yeah, but Lamar is actually a good voice actor. So
Unironically, he's got a good range of
Samurai
voice.
Jack, people. I love that shit.
Unironically, a black guy
Lamar?
voicing an Asian, and it passed. That
I'm
good.
surprised leftists
Yeah.
haven't found that out and lose their shit like the white guy voicing Apu.
He wasn't a white guy. Michael was fucking Japanese. Rest his good soul.
Here's the
replacement
thing,
was
if-
white.
If you actually look at the whole Apu controversy, I yet to find an Indian who was actually up in arms about it.
Apu, not
No, it was
Apu.
fucking white
Oh,
people.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Simpsons.
No,
Simpsons.
it was just those two.
Alex, we're
just
talking about
that Indian
Simpsons.
cunt
Alex,
who-
we're. Oh,
Just
fuck's
that
sake.
Indian quote unquote What?
Time
What?
of Simpsons.
Simpsons, not
Uh,
Samurai
what-
Jack.
what if-
First world problems.
I love Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack is good.
Yeah, it's-
Samurai Jack's
I felt really bad for him at the end of season 2.
Yeah, but that's the lot of a samurai. You gotta have that bittersweet ending.
yeah.
Don't mind me.
That's the final
eventually-
season, my man. Oh boy, that final scene.
What?
Right.
I won't spoil it for you, man. But let's just say, oh,
Oof.
the bittersweetness.
It hits you in the feels.
Yeah.
It really does.
It's the perfect ending. It's where everything goes right, but the hero has lost so much.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh my god, I forgot about Orson.
Yeah.
As I was saying about the Apple controversy, the only guys who stirred up hatred were either that Indian comedian guy
so badly
who
right now.
really
Oh,
has,
yeah,
no,
that fat-ass
really
Indian
has no
guy.
motive to talk about it. All that's just saying, I'm a Simpson fan. Who really doesn't understand.
I'm never
He
gonna
doesn't
finish
have the
it.
bigger
It
wits
was
than just a
him
bowl
and
of
Adi
soup.
Shankar really pushing the pushing the.
Yeah, it was
what you call it?
him and Gunther. It was both him and that guy who played Gunther in House, which that's why I'm gonna keep calling him. Not Coomer, Gunther.
Comer Mensch. Anyone
Which I
here's
need to remind
No.
Mensch?
you, this is kind of fucking weird, but you guys you guys saw House MD?
House of the Dead?
Yeah,
No.
House MD. Yeah, we did. I did.
Oh, House. Yeah. Yeah.
You know how Gunther at a certain point just ends up and kills himself with no motive? Just life was getting good with him. People were getting more closer, and his job wasn't going so bad. But then, like they were trying to build up to something, they made him kill himself. And you know why they rushed that point?
Wow.
During that period, Obama just got up to another term, and he chose the guy who played Gunther to join his cabinet. So now he was busy working at the White House. So what the fuck do? We don't have anyone who can replace Kuma. We don't have anyone who can replace the Gunther actor. So let's just rush the point and just make him kill himself. So you can thank Obama to make Gunther kill himself. Thank Obama for this.
Try to fucking figure out how to.
Vince, did you hear about the Freudian slip of George Bush?
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah.
For
What?
those of you
What-
who don't know, it's basically Bush is giving a speech in his own library time, and he's supposed to say the terrible invasion of Ukraine, and instead he says the terrible invasion of Iran.
Don't read it wrong.
Oh.
Or is it Iraq? Ah, fuck, it's the Iraq War, right?
Oh dear.
Or he
Oh
says
dear.
Iraq.
Oh no. Oh no.
They all just laughed anyway.
Oh dear. That is terrible. It's like we had no deal to go over there in Iraq and fuck shit up.
Wasn't
they've been lied to.
Bush's own oil fields?
Yeah.
I just hate everything in general. Like I just feel hatred from day and night.
So why don't you write up a manifesto that clearly links people to sites where they can get radicalized, and
I just want
a
to be less
supermarket,
Oh,
to fight the powers that be.
I want the segregated black ghetto. The fuck do I have with them? Okay, fast. Hear me out. This is my manifesto. Write it down. Dear federal government, leave me the fuck alone. And
Works, but okay.
leave us the fuck alone. Is that so hard for you to understand? We're not gonna shut up a place. We're not gonna start screaming, Heil, whatever. We just want to lay back from this fuck shit job. From this fuck shit job of this shit ass economy that you guys made, by the way. And just chill back and play some fucking video games or watch some anime or just do anything to dull this fucking pain. That too much? Not too much. That means it's not too much. Well, I'm asking y'all, is that too much for people to, let that kind of freedom? Instead of just constantly being lectured 24/7 by a company.
I'm sorry.
When it
Okay,
comes
so
to
it turns out
stealing-
it was a black supermarket. It was not mostly white. The Buffalo shooting did take place on a black supermarket.
Yeah. But Can we
Yeah.
talk about the Asian salon that also got shoot up by a black guy? But hey,
No, that was shot up by a Chinese guy, a Chinese
Oh.
nationalist.
yeah, no, it was shot up by a black guy who was like, it's like, yeah, no, yeah, he was really racist against Asian people.
Are you talking about the church shooting?
No, I said the Chinese salon.
Oh, that one. No, I don't know anything
Oh,
about that.
What was it? It was last year when that Islamic guy went up and shoot another supermarket in Colorado.
No, this one just happened like literally a week before Buffalo, but the only news that covered it was the local news.
Oh shit! Really? Because
Yep.
I remember that one last time when it happened in the Asian masseuse place. The guy was just going there thinking he was taxi driver. Because I remember Lolly talking about it. because like I said, guy was just going around acting like a taxi driver.
That was last year. Maybe even earlier.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
from last year
yeah,
because I
so
remember
we're
Lolly
talking
talking
about- we're
about
talking
it.
about
It was just
something
also
else.
about around this time.
We're talking
What?
about something
Many
else.
shootings.
Christ.
There's just way too many shootings, and it's kind of saddening.
I mean, those are the actually the more natural one, like just a black guy going in and just, you know, a guy who thought he was hot shit and wanted to be a taxi driver. This one don't know anything. The one in Colorado last year, that was also really fucking sus. You know how an Islamic extremist got a hand on an AR-15 and body armor in a state where it was illegal to own one. Like it was
I
was
mean,
highly
Buffalo has some of
illegal.
the strictest gun laws as well, and that guy still managed to get it. But fully automatic and not body gun, body armor.
Yep. I mean, I guess the media kind of piled on to him, yes, but when they knew that he was Islamic, they immediately backpedaled the fuck out of him, because no Islamic hatred. Even though that was also a bit of bit of a red flag for almost any Fed. Guy was literally posting beheading videos of beheading videos of ISIS and all the other propaganda things from from that extremist
Yeah.
cult.
What I love about ISIS is that Al Qaeda went like, listen, guys, listen, we're terrorists.
Oh,
but-
wait. Did you say what I love about ISIS? What the fuck?
The Taliban, the guys who theoretically did 9/11, they went up and said, "Okay, guys, how about we just tone it down a little bit? Like we're trying to scare them, not to actually fucking genocide them. Like we just want to be left the fuck alone. Shut the fuck up, you infidel. Shut the fuck up, right? When I swear by Allah, I will cut off your cock." I guess that's how the conversation should go like that.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Basically.
Actually,
From what of my basic research of Al Qaeda and ISIS, I think Al Qaeda follows the Sharia law, but ISIS follows the Sharia law as well as several tribal laws, which means I think they genocide their own people. So unironically, Al Qaeda's the good guys in this situation.
Yeah, basically.
That's
Qaeda's also the good guy in
That's-
Ukraine because they're the one providing humanitarian aid and selling weapons to the Ukrainian government.
that is getting really too fucking absurd for me.
Listen, man, just understand. It is the Ukrainian government contracting white nationalists to fight the Chechens who have been contracted by the Russians. you know, man, okay? And let's not forget the several other nationalistic groups there. Yeah, it's just how it goes, man. Welcome to modern politics. Or rather, just welcome to European politics. They've always been, like, incredibly complex.
Can we just hope that at least the guys who worked on Stalker 2 got the fuck out of there and got the source code before the bombing started? That's the only thing I hope that's the only good thing I want to happen over there. Like, okay, I just want another Stalker game.
From what I hear is that the fighting's mostly over, and that the Ukrainians have mostly retaken the north.
So we still have no news from the guys who, from the guys who are developing Stalker 2.
Kiev is fine now. It's all the fighting's now completely in the Far East and South, and Crimea, of course. That's where it all started.
Back in 2014, when they did this shit and it worked over there because it was just Crimea. It was also the same way how they got back to the Chechenians because they were rebelling. Now I guess in about 2 or 3 years we're probably gonna expect what? China to start talking Taiwan, if it ever happens, because they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. Like, y'all know they're just blowing hot air out of their ass. And they have no way to do this. No way in hell.
Why do I need to update the system?
What?
I have to update the system to be able to fucking factory reset this shit.
Man, this is dumb.
It is dumb, but I'm factory resetting it.
Wait, you own an iPhone? Some shit?
No, my Switch.
Oh man, damn. Shit.
Because
Say-
it's just
Say, what games you got on that Switch?
none right now except for West of Loathing, but I have to download that one because I used to own a Switch Lite, didn't like it because the screen was too small. Now I just got a Switch Oil,
You mean OLED?
Switch what?
a Switch Oil.
OLED?
What?
The fuck is a
Switch
Switch
OLED.
Oil?
It's the new Switch.
Yeah, OLED. OLED.
Yeah, oil.
Fuck off. Your dumbass pronunciations.
You know, world politics. China and Taiwan. What the hell is going on there?
Don't fucking know.
Better make my
China
my graphics cards cheaper.
China just keeps screaming at Taiwan, "We're gonna kill you because we are the real China." And they just keep saying, "Go ahead, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it," and do that at Astra. It's just a screaming contest. China is hesitant, you know, for obvious reasons that I don't need to explain.
What was China's most recent war?
Yeah.
Because I know they had a war with Vietnam where they got their asses handed to them.
Because Vietnam is extremely difficult to conquer. Literally. Because you're going to against a greatly tactical guerrilla force that is expert in that territory against invading forces, and they already fought the Americans. And China was theoretically a few years behind the Americans. So, yeah. Vietnam really doesn't like to be invaded because because they always win. It's the same thing with Afghanistan. It's called the Tomb of Empires for a reason.
Afghanistan is the Tomb of Empires, from what I remember, right? Sino-Soviet one. Sino-Vietnam's one, yeah. They got their asses handed to them. Oh, Vietnam was held by the Soviet Union. Huh. That
Imagine my shook.
Sorry, Tavares, but they're.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and of course, China's picking a fight with India again.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's...
How much do you bet the Indians are still gonna come up on top?
Yeah, because China's army hasn't been in an actual war. It's mostly a propaganda machine. It's literally just about getting the soldiers indoctrinated. Very little of it has to do with, you know, training and shit.
Yep.
Well, India actually has to do that because they're expecting Pakistan to do some fucky shit at their border because they've been on a blood food
Pakistan.
for.
Yeah.
I guess I gotta go grab my mail. You might hear me like be mute for a while. So if you have any questions, that's where I am. I can still hear you talk.
Yeah. All right. So, what else? What else can we talk about today?
You were saying about Pakistan and India. You were saying.
Oh yeah, Pakistan and India have never liked each other because, well, it's a very complicated It's complicated. It has to do with first it was the Mughals, then it was the differences of religion, then colonization and separation, and then Kashmir. Fuck, it's needless to say, condensing a very long and complex history to a few words. They hate each other, and now Pakistan's got Afghanistan backing it because one is radical Muslim, moderate, but it doesn't matter. Pakistan thinks now has a new ally, so it might start some shit with India, which is the most stupid idea ever. Because every time Pakistan and India have fought, India has won, and the only reason Pakistan was not wiped out the face of the earth is because America at the time was supporting Pakistan. Now America is mostly supporting India, so why are you picking a fight again? And yeah,
Because they're gonna remove the infidel from the face of this planet. They launched an Installa.
yeah, it's also India is like India's sort of like Israel. It's like the homeland of the Hindus instead of the Jews, so it could be something like that. They're basically surrounded on all sides by enemies. Bangladesh, which was East Pakistan, is Muslim. Pakistan's Muslim. Nepal, I believe is Buddhist, but is fairly neutral in the conflicts. And of course, China, which is where India's majority of border is. Yeah, the two have not gotten along because China, I believe, is atheist, right? Because all
China is more feng shuist, as if they're more traditionally Chinese. They will live in the in their more traditional version of Buddhism, but it's mostly propaganda. Just to keep the people happy, keep a good image to the world.
The official religion is atheism.
All right, let's try this again.
According to this breakdown, as of 2016,
There we go.
73% are atheist, 15% are Buddhist, 7.6% are Taoist or other Chinese folk sects, 2% are Protestant, 1% are Muslim, and less than 1% are Catholic. So,
Making back my returns.
China has such a cool history, though. Like, unironically.
There's like a lot of conquering.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm on browser. See, why are you on browser alone? Why the fuck are you on the browser?
How the fuck else am I gonna use this?
Fine, I'll accept that as an excuse. The
That's
official religion
literally
of
how
the US is
Mauler and
atheism-
anybody
is
else
atheism
uses
too.
Discord. What the fuck?
Is the U.S. state religion?
Protestantism. I think it's Protestantism.
I would say Protestantism. State religion. The U.S. does not have a state religion. The only things that have state religions are Greenland, Iceland, the UK, Finland, most of the Middle East. Oh, you guys are gonna love this. What's this? Which one has Christianity as the following? These are the following who are Christian as its state. Costa Rica is a Christian state. Liechtenstein, Malta, Monaco, and of course the Vatican. I mean, it's the fucking Vatican.
No shit.
England. Where
I'm
is it?
impressed Liechtenstein is there. Guess that Italian friend really gave him a lot of thought about.
Apparently,
I need to remind y'all.
Nepal is a Hindu state. I never knew that.
Interesting. So anyway, I need to remind you all about that one time where Liechtenstein went to war and came back not without any casualties, but
And they gained
with an
one.
extra soldier.
Yeah.
Literally an Italian just came there and just wanted to be friends.
But
That
from
was
what I
kind
hear,
of fun.
Liechtenstein is also has a lot of problems with fraud because they have this really secretive banking system.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it was originally for the Jews who were fleeing Germany. They could put their family wealth there, and the Nazis couldn't investigate. But yeah.
Because they also had their own money there, so attacking them would just mean, just burning their own money.
So apparently, religion in the U.S. The breakdown is 42% are Protestant, 21% are Catholic, 2% are Mormon, 18% are just unaffiliated Christians. No, irreligion. 5% are atheists, 6% are agnostic, 1% are Jewish, with the highest rate of Jews being in New York. 1% are Muslim, 1% are Hindu. Represent me. 1% are American Buddhist. 2% are other religion, 1% are unanswered. So, Druidry and Wicca. Yeah.
Fucking heretics. Say, also, what's about Mormonism?
Mormonism.
I heard about.
It's just a separate sect of Christianity. They're the newest one, I believe.
Yep.
I think
And what's
they
their big
believe
deal?
that apparently their leader saw Jesus and God in the woods, and he read some stone tablets. So yeah, now you have a religion.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I know John Moses Browning was a Mormon. That's all I know about that.
Quiet here. It's too quiet. I don't like it.
Just gonna put
I mean,
the
I'm
bed. It's
engaged
almost
with a bunch of
3 a.m.
pirates right now,
Okay.
so
So I want you guys to guess which is the most religious state in the U.S. It's obviously going to be the Bible Belt, but I want you to guess which one it is.
is it Utah?
So, sort of
Montana.
wants in so we can explain what Mormonism is.
Oh,
That fine?
yeah. Let's explain what Mormonism is.
Alright.
Did you ever see
Is it
that South Park
Montana?
episode?
Alright,
Well, the
one
most
Basically
religious
that.
state is Alabama. But
let
let's
me
explain what Mormonism is.
get him a roll. Just 1 sec, so I have to do it this way.
The incest state. The
Oh
incest
yeah,
state
sorted
has
is
the high.
it's Alabama. And Game G's right. It's Alabama. Alabama's the
Oh,
most
is it
religious state.
Alabama? The fucking incest state is the biggest religion. Okay.
Because they all
Alright.
need Jesus.
And none of them will get it. Yeah. I would guarantee you that the state with the most atheists is California.
No dip.
Atheist or Reddit atheist?
Atheists. Ooh, I'm wrong. It's Vermont.
Really?
Yeah,
Vermont?
Vermont.
What's the deal with
56%
Vermont?
of them are non-religious.
Huh.
The fuck's up with Vermont? Is there that much of a boring place?
Vermont is in the northeast. It's
It's
part of the territory known as New England. It's
Fuck you,
no one gives a
Dax.
shit about it. That's how I put it. I mean, people in Vermont give a shit about Vermont. Yeah. Sorted. When are you gonna come in and explain Mormonism? We need that. Lone, is he in yet? Can
I
you
gave him
explain
the
the
roll,
Mormonism?
and he should be in a sec.
He's been upgraded from DDP potential to a member.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but no, dude, I used to live in Utah for a while, so Mormonism is basically following Saint Baptism Church, or also known as the Latter-day Saints.
They're officially known as what is their official name? Something Jesus Christ Church of Latter-day Saints, right?
Yeah, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's so ridiculous.
What is it called? Mormons. Latter-day Saint. Latter-day Saint. Yeah.
Fuck off. How did that hit me? Fuck off.
Holy shit! There's a lot of trees to the Jesus Christ Church of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, so basically Brigham Young started the whole Utah kind of thing.
Sorted is here now. Sorted, explain Mormonism to us. Sorted.
Oh shit, Sorted here.
Yeah, he's right here. And he's gonna explain to us plebeians what Mormonism is.
Explain to non-American. Would definitely need some sleep. It's 3 a.m.
The simplest explanation is literally it's another sect of Christianity. They're just a bit weirder. They got a few.
Just a bit.
So in Utah, there's a town called Apple Valley. It is the only town in the United States that still practices polygamy.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Fun.
Yeah, that was actually why the Mormons were originally cast out from the United States. Is because sorry,
they
couldn't be
Brigham Young started was like, I want 20 wives, and the church was like, no, you can't.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Now we can.
Sorted.
In the area.
Loud and clear to the DDP podcast. We're now going to take an advertising break.
Read Shadowland.
Vincent, read one of our sponsors. Honey. Read Honey.
Are you tired of being money stolen out of your wallets when you check out? Add this browser, Honey, to get some money back with coupons. Founded on the internet. Because trust me, you can trust the internet.
That's where I get all good.
I've saved $246 and 69.
That's a lot of money.
$240.69 with my latest discount code from Honey. If you want to be like me and save money with Honey, go to honey.com/DDP podcast and enter the Big Dickus code. Big Dickus. To save money.
Yes. For Honey for
I'm sorry.
We need to get a Bad Dragon sponsorship. Trust me, guys. That's where the money is there.
Dude, I can't wait until we make a fucking a man's game.
Bro, we're gonna make bank
Hey, can you
shilling.
guys hear me now? All right.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I had to get. I'm not used to doing this on mobile, so I had to get it set up. And I need to turn down. Is that coming through double?
Yeah, it's coming through fine now.
Fuck me.
Everyone can hear you.
No, you mean like double? No. We hear just your voice. It's fine.
All right, Sorted. Explain to a non-American what a Mormon is, also known as the Jesus Christ Movement of Latter-day Saints, or something like that.
Yeah. Let me. Oh my god. Okay. I really wish that I had headphones with me right now.
Podcasts are not strangers to things happening unexpectedly. You just gotta go.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, I'm currently sitting in a Target parking lot. So I was actually talking about Mormonism today. Mormonism is basically it's like the OG Scientology. It's this guy Joseph Smith, and yeah, you were right about the golden plates. He was originally what was called a treasure hunter at the time, but really just meant that he would go around and you know how Indians would bury people in those mounds? Indian burial mounds. I don't know if you in parts of the US they have these big hills and they would bury people in them. kind of like the Egyptians did, but without stone. And so basically, he would just go and find those and dig them up and find like, oh look, it's an old hair comb. I found treasure on your property. That's $5, please. Now he was also a Freemason, and his family was into some pretty like weird occult shit. Like they had books on witchcraft and ceremonial daggers and stuff. So a lot of the secret Mormon ritual stuff is just lifted straight out of like Freemasonry and shit. But the Mormons actually are the only, I believe they're the only group, period, that has ever had an order of execution signed by the governor of a state for every member of the group. Because they moved to Missouri for a while, and basically they plotted to take over Missouri. They were like, listen, if we get like a Mormon police chief, a Mormon mayor, a Mormon governor, then everyone who controls the state will be Mormon. And the non-Mormons found out about this and did not take very kindly to this idea.
I wonder why.
Yeah, and so Joseph Smith, basically the governor of Missouri at the time, was like, you're essentially trying to start a revolutionary war in our state. And Joseph Smith was like, bring it on.
We can get...
Huh?
What's
what?
this?
I don't know.
I'm just sounding sick to commence again.
Coffee?
Can't taste anything on that one.
So adjust the thing.
My hands are full.
His hands are too big.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
Dick jokes. Anyway, you were saying about the Mormons. They were trying to start a revolutionary war in Mississippi?
Missouri.
Missouri.
And so when the governor was like, I'm going to arrest you guys if you keep doing this shit, Joseph Smith was like, oh yeah, well we got guns, motherfucker, come at us. And so the governor rounded up basically the precursor to what would be like the National Guard, like the Missouri State Militia. And the Mormons did not stand a chance against it. They got absolutely slaughtered. And it was brutal. The state militia was literally like dragging children out from underneath their beds and shooting them in the head. That's how bad these people were pissed at the Mormons. And that's why they all had to get the fuck out and flee to Utah. And the interesting thing about the other thing I wanted to add about the polygamy stuff is how that started. Is one of Joseph Smith's followers. Listen, Joe, I know God is real big on monogamy, right? And he's like, yeah. And he goes, well, like my wife died like 5 years ago during childbirth, and I've remarried, and that's okay with God, right? And he's like, well, yeah, of course. If your wife dies, you can get remarried. And the guy goes, well, then what happens when I get to heaven and I have 2 wives? And Joseph Smith did not have an answer for him. And so he was like, I guess God's cool with men having more than one wife.
He's like, I guess that's fine. He's like, cool. Hey, yeah. I'm dating this 14-year-old now.
That is literally how polygamy became a tenet of the Mormon faith. Is that you
But then Brigham Young, literally, God was like, nah, dude, let's stick with one wife and all that. So they moved, found St. George, made that, and then they're like, yeah, we're not associated with those guys who over there have multiple wives. We follow the same religions and all that, but we only have one wives.
Well, Brigham Young was actually, in a lot of ways, worse than...
he was.
Worse than the person loading.
Joseph, yeah.
I'm sitting in a parking lot and the person loading a TV into their car next to me, just bang the shit out of the side of my truck. And anyways,
You gonna confront them? Don't be a little bitch.
it looks like a 14-year-old girl, so no.
Yes, do it. You need to.
Don't
Assert
do
your
it.
Oh,
dominance.
No, I'm ranting about Mormon. Now that takes
Mormons
priority.
Christianity and not Islam.
What's the difference?
True, they're all the same.
So,
It's all the same. It's just different gods.
yeah, it's all the same. You know, it's
Where the
it's
fuck
like
is my? Who dropped
You know,
my
there's
good knife?
there's absolutely no difference between Jesus Christ and Muhammad. Sure, one allowed himself to be sacrificed and tortured and brutally killed for the sins of humanity, and the other was a literal warlord who dictated, like, here's the rules on how to take slaves.
Can't.
So one was a soy
all
train, the
joke.
other was a
It's all
based
joke.
repelled guy. Got it.
Looks like you
Other
need
than
some.
that, they're exactly
And I will
like.
not clarify which I think is which. It's up to your
Just remember, guys. Looks like you've sinned. It's time to be crucified. And then don't forget, we tried to find the spear that stabbed Jesus, like Hitler did. He's like, I want to find
the Longinus.
the spear of Leonidas.
that shit's gone. There's no way that spear survived. Contemporary sources, like
I don't know.
Jesus was just some
According
random
to
criminal.
That was a
according
big
to my
thing.
movies.
Apparently that was like a really big thing, like back in like the medieval period, like when people would go on pilgrimages and shit. Is like
Huh?
you would just grab a cloth
Oh, I
and be
got
like,
run away.
well, this is the cloth that they dried the blood from Jesus's body with, and all of a sudden everyone wants to travel from around the country to your church to see that.
There'll always be people who are trying to scam
Yeah.
the naive out of their money. So
It's like
I mean, who's gonna believe me? I have the cloth of Jesus Christ.
yeah, it's like
yeah,
you can't DNA test that shit.
at least not with the technology they had. Oh, cook smash cloth with rock. Blood
I just cleaned it.
taste blood. Blood is human. It's Jesus, boys.
I'm just picturing this blind guy. He's like, let me taste that blood. Licks it. I can see. That's how they did it. That's how they test the blood of Jesus Christ. They just got some blind guy to lick. It's like, come on, Phil, you're blind, right? Taste this blood. Let's see if it's Christ. He comes over, just. Oh,
Yeah, it
still
did-
can't see. It's not Jesus.
It did just occur to me, you know, despite being Jewish, I was raised Catholic, and so they do the whole communion thing. The wine, is if it tasted like wine or not.
Cannibals.
And,
You'd be
and
like,
Mike,
"Yeah,
here's a
like-
really good question. Since we use bread as the body as Christ, does that mean somebody snacked on Jesus? Is like, you know this bread?
It's not bad.
It's like fucking bread.
Could use a little.
No wonder he was able to feed the homeless. He was just giving flesh.
Like
Bro,
sesame seeds on here.
Some
But I
guy
think
just
that
munched.
was David Cross who had a joke about Jesus turning water into wine and the disciples being like, hey, yo, Jesus, we're running a little low here, buddy. Think you can top us off? And he's like, and
What?
listen, Jesus, we also have some oregano. I don't know if you can work any magic with that. No? Okay. I thought it wouldn't hurt to ask.
It reminds me of that one Bo Burnham skit. And he's like, hey, Jesus, you mind tossing me that bottle of water? And he's like, you got it. No problem. He hands him and it becomes a wine bottle. He's like, damn it, Jesus, not again.
Yeah.
But,
Talking about Mormonism.
I'll wrap up the Mormonism thing real quick because I got to drive. But like one of the Mormons,
Let's go, Orson.
motherfucker, like they did shit. Like if you've ever heard of I think it's like the Meadow Springs Massacre or something like that.
Hmm.
So this is back during like the Oregon Trail days, and this covered wagon train left for Oregon from Arkansas, actually, and along the way they were attacked by some. The Paiute Indians were dead, but unbeknownst to them, the Paiute Indians and the Mormons had struck a secret deal. And their deal was that the Paiutes would lay siege to this wagon train, and so they would circle the wagons.
Oh yeah.
And then after a
Be
day
savages, as they are.
yeah, well, then after a day or two, the Mormons are like, "We'll show up, and we'll ride through you guys, like we're charging through, and then we'll be like, we're here to rescue you, fellow white people." And then as soon as they let
start
them in,
shooting guns and all that to scare them away, to be seen as heroes. It's like, hey, come join our religion. We'll protect you and all that kind of stuff.
no, not even that.
It turns out it was more fucked up. They basically rode in and actually started killing Indians. And like, we betrayed you fuckers.
No, as soon as they were like, "Oh, great, fellow white, they'll protect us," and they let them in, and the Mormons were like, "Ha ha, motherfuckers, and the Paiute Indians killed every man and boy in the wagon train and took every woman and little girl as a slave."
They might have an
It's
idea.
literally the only reason that this thing happened was because they were hysterical about a coming invasion. And they
Basically.
thought these people were spies. That's it.
Spy.
So
I'm trying to escape Christianity, but the sound of my Bible clapping is so much.
which is, but the thing I don't get though is how do you go from that to like nowadays? Like every Mormon I've ever met, which isn't a ton, but they are like the nicest fucking
my God.
people.
So me and my dad, we used to live in California for like 8 years, like a long time ago. Since 2012, we've been living in Utah, right? I don't live there anymore. I live in Arizona. But my dad always made a joke. It's like, dude, with these Mormons, like, you can leave your car unlocked and all that.
Yep.
They'll fucking take your car, fill it up, give you new tires and an oil change, and perfectly leave it as it is. We made that joke as a joke until my buddy's car literally was broken into and had new oil in it.
Bro,
We were
what?
fucking baffled.
Yeah, no, it's like every Mormon person I've ever met looks like they could star in a toothpaste commercial.
I assume it's all
Mentos, the
the
fresh maker.
that they did. All that community work, and all that shit.
They're so nice. Like they were so nice. I hate it when people give them shit. I'm like, have you actually talked to them? Like, get to know them? Yeah. They were like, have you heard about Jesus? And they're like, no. Please stop bothering me. And they stop bothering me.
And that's the other thing is they only that I do kind of appreciate about them as opposed to some other denominations is like they
Jehovah's
do like
Witnesses.
what they do like what when they turn 18 they go
They
like
go mission.
for like
They go
1 or 2 years and
for
then they're fucking done.
they
like
so a Mormon on a mission is actually really and around to people's houses and try to like, hey, have you heard about Mormonism and all this? This is some of the stuff we do, and they actually show you like videotapes and all that, and they actually try to convert you in the nicest way possible. And that's how they hook you in. Like, wow, these guys are really nice and all that, and it's just, and they do this. They don't drive cars while they do it. They bike, they walk, they stay healthy. Like, holy shit! And I have to say, if you ever go to a Mormon cook-off, like where a bunch of Mormons just get together and cook food, try the fucking mashed potatoes. It is literally to die for. Their mashed potatoes are fucking chunky and smooth with the skins.
I believe it. But
Mormons make great food. The problem is
they
don't
do.
know how to
More-
eat cooking. Like, you know,
Mormon shepherd pie is something you need to try in life. And this is a guy who's like, It's good food.
You guys want to hear my funny Mormon story?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, so I'm in college and I know this guy who's basically a lapsed Mormon. He doesn't really fall to fate, but he's still in the community, right? And you know, one night I got nothing to do. I'm just bored shitless and I'm playing Deus Ex. And he says, "Hey man, you know, I got a Mormon meeting coming up. You know, we're in a study room together, basically." And he's like, "You want to come?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I got nothing else to do. You know, I as well do something for the night."
Yeah.
I never actually met a Mormon because I'm in fucking California. You know, the state that is officially a hellhole. So I was like, you know, this is a nice
an
opportunity.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
You open the door and all of them are standing there wide-eyed, smiling like, "Hi, friend. How's
I
it
mean,
going?"
I went
Like
there,
children
you
of
know,
born.
It was a bit nerve for me because it's like they're all talking about Jesus and all that shit, but I'm like, I grew up in a Hindu family, so I'm like, it's just the same thing about like our gods instead of theirs. And anyway, you know, we're going around, we're having fun. You know, there's no drinking, so it's just water and fruit punch we're having, and it's, you know, it's fine, it's calming. And out of nowhere, I just hear this guy going on this massive racist rant about Asians. Like he's calling them every single racial slur in the book, and I'm like, what the fuck? And so I get closer, and the guy, and I look at him, he's Asian. So I wait for him until like
That makes
until,
perfect sense then.
Yeah, perfect. It's M. Night Shyamalan's What a Twist.
Well, no one hates Asians more than other
More than
Asians.
other Asians.
Yeah, here's the funny thing. So, you know, I go up to him and you know, he's out of breath at this time. He's like drinking some water, getting ready for his next round. And I asked him, "Hey, man, you're Asian, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah." I'm like, "So what do you hate about Asians so much?" He's like, "Well, I hate the fucking Chinese, man. They're nothing blah, 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 blah." Says several terrible things about them. I'm like, "Oh, okay,
I'm Chinese."
Where are you from? And he's like, he takes a swig. Wait, I got water here, so. He takes just a bit of water and says, "I'm from Tibet." And I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of fucking sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's got some legitimate grievances there.
Yeah, but anyway, sooner or later, I just like met back, and you know, it was nice meeting with the Mormons. Like they got their gun, they got their Bible, and all that good shit. And yeah, it was nice meeting. Overall,
Hey, Hoppity, get off my Jesus property.
supporters of the CCP party. Okay, this is
I'm
a
not.
joke.
No, it's not.
Hail communism.
Fuck
Hail
communism.
Logan's channel's gonna get nuked, man.
Communism is a fucking blight upon society. It should be destroyed.
Yeah, you should have asked that guy. I'm
We
sure
thought
you
it was
could tell you
destroyed.
what about
Then
the
it came
communists.
back in the form of memes.
You don't understand. Memes are the soul.
Well, hey,
Reason
I gotta
this
go.
is,
I gotta go. Thank you very much for having me on. I appreciate it.
you should.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah.
I hope I'm gonna drive now. So
Hey, make
Thank
sure
you
you
again,
break every law possible.
yeah, take it easy. I'll keep
Speed
listening.
limit does not apply if you're listening to, you know, Free
But
Bird.
not.
That is true. That I have gotten pulled over, and the cop goes, "Do you know how fast you were going?" And I said, "To be honest, I have no clue because I just
Freebird
got
was
into the
funny.
part in Freebird where the solo kicked in." And he goes, "Right on, brother. You keep on trucking."
Okay, I get
just-
this one.
He
So-
ripped up that ticket, and he just got back in. He just like
Fuck,
He was
can't
like-
argue with that.
he drove by me. He goes,
That's just
"Crank
logic.
that shit up, son."
So one time my teacher asked me, "Steven, why are you late?" And I was like, "Oh, I was listening to the Queen Bohemian Rhapsody. You can't stop that shit in the middle of the song." He's like, "Understandable."
Yeah.
Understandable.
It's like once you get to the part where they start doing the You know, the
Scaramouche,
Galileo. It's like, you know, you're committed for the rest of that fucking song.
You are. It can't be turned off. Speed limit doesn't apply to Freebird. Everyone do the flop.
God bless America. All right, I'll see. I'll
Yeah.
talk to you guys later. Take it easy.
You too.
What else is there to talk about?
Amber Heard, like holy shit, that situation. She's lost the case. Done.
Yeah. This is literally where Johnny Depp at first he was like he's trying to stop himself from laughing because it's like, you know, I don't want to ruin the case. At this point, he's just laughing out loud, and he doesn't care who hears him because the case has been won.
Oh, his case is done, and I can't believe they actually made Amber Turd an official document.
I don't understand why it's taking so long. Just rule a verdict.
Because to burn a person, it takes time. You ever cooked
I'm-
meat? Let's see.
Son, have you ever cooked a communist? Hans, have you ever cooked a Jew? It takes a while, but it gets done fast.
We disavow.
I don't. I'm German, dude. I can get away with this shit.
Yeah. Apparently, Jason Momoa didn't like Amber Heard that much. In fact, from what I hear, not many people liked her in the industry.
She's a bitch. She's a bitch. House. She's racking in that money, giving it to charity. I love that.
Bitches.
No. So what I love that she's like, yes, I gave all that money to charity, as she says to a talk show, and then she's like, no, I couldn't give all the money away because Johnny Depp is suing. So that statement is a lie right there, that you gave away all the money. It was, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
It's something. All right. What else is there to talk about? We talked about Elongate. We talked about David Hayter. We talked about Amber Heard. Mormonism. Mormonism came up a lot. What else is there? You know. I guess I should announce it here since there's nowhere else to announce it. I'm going to be making my own video soon and publishing it. And
Nice.
yeah, I'll be on Rise Son of Rome.
Oh yeah.
It's like that game. It's the game that everyone knows and somehow it's played one time or another, but nobody remembers and nobody has an opinion on. It's
You
just
know,
that-
I should be playing that right now, but I'm playing Destiny 2.
Ew.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a quick and simple video. It's just gonna be me dissecting Rise Son of Rome, and then I was like, hey, maybe I should research the development, and that took me down a fucking rabbit hole, man.
Oh, it did. Didn't they lose like half the staff at one point?
Oh yeah. It took two different studios, several different staff, and it's the Cyberpunk 2077 before Cyberpunk 2077. It took 8 years of development, but in actuality, only 2 of those years were working towards the actual game.
It was funny, and it's not even that. It's an alright hack and slash game. It's basically Ghost God of War, but Romans.
Yeah, it's simple. Well, less God of War and more Batman Arkham Asylum. And there's some key differences I will outline in the video.
I mean, I should have played it to help you with the research and all that. Damn it, why didn't I? Next time we do...
I still have to do the multiplayer.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. Send me your Xbox thing. I will help you with that multiplayer.
I'm on Steam. I play on PC.
We can cross-platform.
All right, okay. Well, I'll DM you the details later. Yeah.
Oh, we need to do a video on Metal Gear Survival. That's...
No.
Dude.
Someone already did that. Patrician TV did that. and it's actually pretty good.
No. You have to understand that game. I'm about to fight the final boss. That's how far I am.
Why?
I am torturing myself because I want to be. Yeah, I beat that game. I am literally one of the few last players playing that game.
There's other people?
There's like 4 other people playing it besides me.
Listen, titty mods.
The titty mods, they're fucking jiggly. They're nice. I like them.
Yeah,
They jiggle.
this is the funniest thing. Apparently, there's a jiggle physics system built into the Crytek engine, but no one has used it outside of Rise Son of Rome.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Yeah, it's because... Oh, I can tell you why. It's because CryEngine is a failure as a game engine.
It is.
You guys want to hear the entire history of Crytek and how it basically dug its own grave and then proceeded to dig deeper?
Oh, it's horrible. You could not write proper code with it. It was bad coding. It was shit. But
Yeah, it's
the
also
jiggle physics.
Unity exists. Unreal
Yeah.
exists. They might not be as graphically intensive, but they're far more functional. And they have a far bigger community, so why go with CryEngine?
Yeah,
It's also terrible for modding.
it is.
You have to, from what I hear, I've never really used CryEngine. I've used a bit, but from what I hear is that you basically have to make your own tools every time you start a new game.
Yeah, and that
Ugh.
That's why Kingdom Come Deliverance failed in the modding scene, because they built multiple in-house tools, which none of the community could use.
yeah. But the game is really great. I enjoy Kingdom Come.
Oh, fuck yeah! It's a return to the old school CRPG.
I love the combat style, even though it was like really hard to get used to at first. But once you get down, you become a god.
Yeah, the only problem with the combat style is that the auto lock system. That's
It was shit.
What?
Yeah, it's what makes it difficult in group combat. Other than that, it's pretty good.
I'm not complaining, but what the...
Group combat was really easy once you like knock one guy out and you're like, okay, haha.
Yeah, and there's also this myth that you gotta get your class in early. I'm like, bro, I'm a master swordsman, master thief, and a master bowman. That's bullshit.
I couldn't do bowman. I was everything else.
Yeah, to be a master bowman in KCT, fuck, it takes forever. But once you do, you basically can one-shot the boss. Every boss.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No. Fuck. What was it? My brain was like thinking. If you maxed out like any weapons and all that, you became a god with that weapon. Like the combos were so broken, it's ridiculous. I mean, I was playing it the other day, and I literally became level 5 in the starting area.
You can max out alt stats in the starting area.
Yeah, except for lockpicking, because that one's...
Bro, 1%.
But that's not that hard. You can just pay people to, and you can max it out enough where you can just get the money to pay people. So.
Another thing that you're able to max out is your flower thing, where you're able to pick up flowers. Max that out at first, then get leg day, so every time you keep crouching, it's...
Oh, yeah. That's how you break the game, people.
Yeah. Don't skip leg day. Literally, there's a perk called leg day, and every time you pick up flowers, your strength increases.
Yeah. Trench1918 asks, anyone played Greedfall? Yes. It's
I can't wait till the sequel comes out. I can't wait. They announced the sequel. I'm excited.
Yeah. It's a very competent midware RPG. But if you're going to compare it to something like The Witcher 3, I would advise you not to. I would advise you to compare it to like other midware games like KCD. All right?
Yeah, Greedfall. I love Greedfall. Greedfall was I pre-ordered that game. I don't care what people say. I will pre-order games. I'm excited.
Version. I got all the DLCs and shit.
I did too.
It's
I'm pre-ordering games.
No,
well, yeah.
I will continue to pre-order them. I am an adult.
What is the most overhyped game you've ever heard of?
Call of Duty.
Cyberpunk.
2077.
I can't argue with. I'm not going to argue with that because I pre-ordered it when it first came out. I have it on PlayStation 4 and PS5.
One, I pre-ordered it. I was like, this is the first game I'm going to pre-order.
I have the Cyberpunk necklace, the samurai necklace.
Oh.
You can't get that anymore.
From what I hear, Keanu Reeves pushed for a lot of rewrites.
He did, but it was more of his own lines, like his lines.
Yeah.
That's all. So he was like, he was respectful and all that. The only problem people refuse had is they didn't know they were singing the voice from Keanu Reeves, so they would have put more effort into it.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm waiting for the DLC to come out. I'm probably gonna pre-order. I'm probably gonna buy those.
It's the 69.
If you guys could create your own religion, what would you base it on?
Anime titties.
The Flying Spaghetti Monster.
All good answers.
Nothing says I love you like an M32 millimeter grenade launcher.
Yeah.
I killed myself with that M32 millimeter grenade launcher.
Yeah. Well, Lone, we really have nothing else to talk about.
I mean,
And we've been going on for how long? Around an hour 40. Not the best DDG, but, it's the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, I could still talk about how Metal Gear Survival multiplayer is actually kind of good.
Go ahead. The floor is
There.
yours.
So, instead of you make your character and then you have to proceed where you're able to start multiplayer, which is about chapter 1. It's after your character gets sucked up into the alternate universe and all that. Once that starts, you make your character, then you can be. It's actually really easy if you have somebody with you. That's all. I'm enjoying the multiplayer because I'm playing by myself. You're able to get more materials faster. You're able to craft a lot more craft more stuff. Ammunition, basically, it's more abundant and all that. But yeah, it's something that you have to experience, and you have to realize where they were going with it to really understand it. But I got not much else to say. I'm trying to get Ark to play with me, but he's not doing it.
Right, 'cause Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah, and he has
Of
access.
course you want people to play with you.
Hey, Ark has access to my PlayStation 4 account, so I don't understand why he's bitching.
Why does he have access?
Because he was like, "Oh, how do you have so many games?" I was like, "I have a PS5 now. Do you want access to my PS4? If you do anything, I'm gonna fucking murder you." He's like, "Yeah, sure." And he realized I have over 200 video games on it.
Ah,
So
course.
I've been trying to game more with him and all that, but lately he's been not on as often because he has a summer job.
makes sense. I would really like this steel bow, but it's fine. That's a good level. I'll take that. More strength, please.
What's like a level up?
This game. I can talk more about this game, like, forever.
What is it about?
Basically, it's 13 years after the Granvale Empire took over and fucking ruined everything. So now we're slowly building an army and rising up against that empire.
Mhm.
But right now we're kind of just a bunch of fucking kids.
So it's like Fire Emblem. Got it.
Yeah, it's Fire Emblem. No, it is Fire Emblem.
Which one?
The fifth one. Horatio 776.
Ah.
Fucking bastard.
I don't like fusion rifles. Why do they keep giving me fusion rifles? Fusion rifles suck. I don't care what people say. But they're broken. Yeah, they're stupid. Why do I need to hold down to charge my gun? Can't I just shoot it?
Okay.
No.
I'm getting tired here. You guys want to cut it?
Sure. If you want.
Sure.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
See you guys in chat. Hopefully this goes by well next time.
Yeah, we can do other games. Or
I can show you guys Metal Gear Survival multiplayer.
No.
Hot take. I never liked Metal Gear.
I'll kill you.